everyone. My name is Juliet Ambali, and if this is your first time here on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. If this is not your first time, you already know that it means the world to me that you get to come here time and again to watch my videos. God bless you real good. I know that I'm in a new space, but I have to create this content today, and so I decided to carry my equipment with me and yeah, film this video for, but subsequently I'll go back to my house. All right, so today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and it's very pertinent in our world today, especially because we are increasingly living in a world where influencing is a very key thing, and so is also parenting. And I like, especially for the people of this age, especially for us in this generation, to see how we can compare the lifestyle of an influencer with parenting. There are many people who today desire to, be an influencer in one way or the other, whether on social media, whether in the real world outside there, and what have you. But in the position that they occupy as parents, to not know that in that small corner where they find themselves in, with that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or as much as possible audience that they have within the home, they can actively be influencers to a great extent. Okay, and so this video is here to just basically compare what it means for us as parents today to take on that role as influencers in our lives, in our families, and for our children. Okay, so I'll be comparing side by side what an influencer does, generally speaking, and how you can see or take on that role, like I already said, of being a parent in a way that you are actively influencing your child. Okay, in a way that you are actively seeing how you can give whatever it is that you need to give so that your child is positively influenced. All right, so I hope that you're going to enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. All right, so the first thing that has to do with influencing or being an influencer is that every influencer has to give something of value. Okay, so it doesn't matter what niche it is that you find yourself in. It doesn't matter if you're focusing on food blogging, on lifestyle and travel vlogs and what have you. Okay, every influencer has a niche, has some form of value that they are giving to their audience that leaves them coming back for more. Okay, so they necessarily do not have to say, oh, I am influencing you on travel, I'm influencing you on food vlogging, I'm influencing you on lifestyle or on relationship, and amongst all that. They just give that value, and those who need that value come for it. Okay, so it's the same thing with parenting. With regards to parenting, you need to know that there are certain valuable things you have to give to your children. All right, you're not just parenting cluelessly. There are certain things that you are intentional about giving to your children. Okay, whether it's with regards to their education, with regards to their walk with God, their moral life, the things that they learn or they imbibe within the home space, among so many other things. We need to be very intentional about that aspect. All right, so parenting is like influencing in that you cannot give what you don't have. Okay, so for you to say you are effectively parenting, there are certain things that you need to have, there are certain values that you need to have as a parent so that you give it to your children. Many people just assume that once you have a child, that child is just supposed to know some of these things. So you find out that sometimes some parents are correcting their children angrily with the viewpoint that, oh, I guess that at this age you're just supposed to know this. Even right from infancy, maybe a child is rolling and going towards one direction, you see some parents just beating the child without correcting the child or guiding the child to the right path so that the child does not go into that path again. Do you understand? Parenting is you knowing that, okay, this child doesn't know this thing, this child hasn't gone through this path before. I have the values that pertain to these things. I need to be intentional about giving these things to this child. Okay, so you need to have certain values that are very necessary for you to be able to parent effectively. All right, so that's the first thing that you need to have in mind. So another key thing that you need to have in mind is that every influencer keeps learning on the job. Okay, so you don't have any influencer that just feels like, oh, I know it all, I've gotten to the peak when it comes to the knowledge that I need with regards to influencing. So you see, from time to time, influencers are always learning, always attending classes. If it's to improve on photography, improve on what kind of videos they need to do, improve on getting better equipment so that the quality that they give, improves as well. So there's no influencer that thinks, oh, I have everything. Since I have the skill, I don't even need anything. I don't need to improve on anything. Far from it. And so it's the same thing with parenting. I don't think there's any parent that would say, I have everything with regards to what it takes for me to be able to parent effectively. For you to effectively parent and influence your child, it's important that you also keep learning as well. All right, whether it's getting books, whether it's watching video, whatever videos, whatever resources, whatever materials are very essential with regards to parenting, it's important that you get them. Thankfully, we have so many things online, especially here on YouTube. There are so many videos that can answer questions to the different aspects of parenting that that you have questions on, that you need answers to. All right, so learn, be teachable as a parent. You get materials, ask questions from other people, other experienced parents as well, so that they can guide you on the experiences that they've faced with regards to the different phases of your life with your child. Okay, maybe parenting as a toddler, parenting as a preteen, parenting as a teenager, as a young adult, and as a full adult, and what have you. Learn the different phases. Don't just go with the flow. There are some other aspects of our lives that we take really seriously, that we give our all to, so that we can learn and we can be better experienced in those things. Let's not let parenting be something that we just do just as things go. We will make so many grievous mistakes that we may look back on and regret. So it's very important that, just like an influencer is teachable and willing to learn and improve, as parents we also need to be teachable and willing to learn and improve on ways in which we can parent. One method that you may have used in the past year may not be effective again this year. And so it's important that you keep learning, so that you keep getting better at this area of parenting. All right? Yeah. Okay. So another key thing when it comes to parenting is that, or when it comes to influencing, first and foremost, is that influencers pay attention to what the audience are saying. They pay attention to what the audience needs. Okay, so it's not just for you to come put up your phone and then just be dishing out what you think that they need. Yes, you may have a niche, but your audience may want an aspect that they have seen you show better than some other aspects. What I'm trying to say, generally speaking, is that with regards to influencing, you are listening to what your audience wants. And so also is it with parenting. You're not just saying, oh, this is it, this is it, this is it, or do this, do this, do this, without listening to what your child or your children also have to say. Okay, so you may think, oh, I'm giving you my best, I'm doing all of these things for you. You're supposed to just be appreciative of what it is that I'm doing for you. But sometimes listen to their perspective. All right, or when you're a listening parent, you'll be able to find better means in passing across the things that you want to pass across to your child, rather than you just being so authoritative and just giving whatever it is that you want to give without getting any feedback. Feedback is very important. Sometimes from time to time, just like influencers ask, what do you want me to improve on? What areas do you think you want to see more of? Ask your children as well. Ask your child as well. Is there any area that you think I need to improve on with my relationship with you? Do you like the way I speak? Do you like the way I do certain things? Okay, when they tell you those things, you will go back and see the areas in which you need to improve on, and it will help you a great deal, generally speaking, to have a better or a fine-tuned relationship with your child or your children. All right. Lastly, one other thing that influencers do to continue to thrive is that they are intentional and they are consistent. Now, with the world of influencing, you necessarily may not get what you want to achieve, maybe with regards to audience retention or maybe viral videos and what have you, in the first few months or weeks or even years that you start out on influencing. However, one key thing is that for you to be able to someday gain those grounds, you need to be consistent, you need to be intentional. And so also is it with parenting. The results that you want to see in your child or your children may not come immediately, but you have to be intentional and consistent. Don't ever give up on your child. And as a Christian, ensure that you keep praying for them. Those things that you want to see happen in their life, just keep praying about those things. Just keep being intentional in guiding them, in leading by example, in showing them that these things that I desire for you to do, they are doable. And these are the reasons I want you to do these things, so that you don't face certain consequences that life brings. All right. So you just consistently keep at it. Don't give up. Because when you give up, you are probably saying, well, that's it. Maybe I don't have there's nothing better that I can do with regards to this. Don't give up. In areas where you think you may need to collaborate, okay, ensure that you collaborate so that you get better results. And by collaboration here now, primarily with your spouse. Okay, parenting is not just a one person thing, it's between husband and wife, generally speaking, except for certain exceptions where you have single parenting and there's nothing that they can do about it. All right, but even if you don't have that other partner, you don't have a spouse, collaborate with your village. By village, I mean your support system, those other people who also can be very hands-on and very helpful in ensuring that you raise this wholesome child. Okay, so collaborate where need be consistent and be intentional, and by the special grace of God, you will definitely begin to see results at one point or the other. Okay, so that's it about this video. I know it's short, but it has been on my mind to share since, and I hope that you have learned a thing or two from watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, please have a blessing filled weekend. All right, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and give it a thumbs up so that somehow YouTube shares this video to people who need it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye. I do hope that it is where I want it to be.